In a small village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake lived a young girl named Elara. Elara loved animals, especially her pet cat, Luna. One day, while playing by the lake, Elara found a tiny bird with a broken wing. She brought the bird home, and Luna, the cat, took care of it until it was well enough to fly away. The bird, whose name was Pip, returned to Elara's windowsill every afternoon to chirp and play. They became the best of friends. One day, Pip arrived at the windowsill with a worried expression. Elara, who was 10 years old and had long flowing red hair, got scared when she saw the distressed bird. She asked, her voice filled with concern. Pip chirped frantically, flapping his wings as if trying to convey the urgency of the situation. Seeing Pip's distress, Elara knew she had to help. Without wasting a moment, she climbed onto her bicycle and followed Pip, who was flying ahead of her, guiding her all the way to the forest's edge. When Elara dismounted from her bike and entered the woods, she noticed that the trees surrounding her were all bare. The branches, which had been laden with ripe cherries just 2 days prior, were now completely devoid of fruit. The sight before her was both strange and unsettling. As she ventured deeper into the woods, she came across a clearing, and there she saw the most peculiar thing. All the animals she had ever heard of were gathered in a circle, each one of them staring up at the sky with mournful eyes. A wise old owl perched on a nearby branch hooted softly as if sharing a secret with the wind. Elara, her heart pounding in her chest, decided to approach the animals and find out what was troubling them so deeply. As she stepped into the circle, the animals parted ways, revealing a tiny baby owl in the center.
Owl.
The little owl, no bigger than Elara's hand, was lying on its back, its wings and legs sprawled out. Its big, round eyes, which were usually filled with the joy of discovery, were now dull and lifeless. It was clear that the little owl had already taken its last flight. Elara's eyes welled up with tears. She understood that the other animals were gathered there because they, too, had lost their friend and companion. The old owl, sensing Elara's sorrow, hooted softly and flew down from its perch. It nudged the little owl's body with its beak, then turned to Elara, and said in a voice as old as time itself, "Take this little one home, child. Let him be the keeper of your dreams." Elara, her heart heavy with sadness, cradled the little owl and placed it inside her jacket. As she walked back to the village, she felt an overwhelming sense of loss, not only for the little owl, but for the innocence and wonder that seemed to be disappearing from the world. When Elara arrived home, she gently placed the little owl on her bed. She looked into its lifeless eyes. She made a silent promise to herself that she would keep its memory alive. She would make sure that the little owl, whose name was now Orion, would forever be the keeper of her dreams. And so, with a heavy heart, but a renewed sense of purpose, Elara drifted off to sleep. Little did she know that her life was about to change in ways she could never have imagined.